Alright, so let's go over what a variable is. Variables are used for storing information to be used later in your Python scripts. So I'm going to show you in the idle shell. So the way you would define a variable is you would set the variable name, which I'm going to call integer, and then make it equal to some value. So in this case, I'm going to set it equal to 3. And since we're in the idle shell, we can just type integer and hit enter, and as you can see, integer is equal to 3. And as an important note, this will not work backward. So if you tried to say 3 is equal to integer in reverse, it'll give you a syntax error, which is basically Python telling us you can't do that. And the reason for this is the syntax is you get some variable, so you set a variable name to be equal to some value, and this will not work in reverse. It's always this way around. And there are only 2 rules when picking the variable name. So the first rule is that it cannot start with a number. This is the first rule. So if you try to do something like 3 is equal to 21, this will obviously not work because it starts with a number, and this would make no sense if you were trying to code with this. And what this also prevents you from doing is if you tried to say 1a is equal to 15, even though 1a here is not a number, even if you try to hit enter here, it's going to give you invalid syntax because it cannot start with a number. If you wanted to do this, you could also do it just in reverse. A1 is equal to 15, and this would work because it doesn't start with a number. And the second rule is no special characters except underscores. So that means if you tried to set it to a special character like a $sign is equal to 15, this will not work. It'll throw you invalid syntax because this is a special character. It will also not work if it was in the middle of something. So if you had some random text and here and you tried to hit this is equal to 15, it'll give you syntax error again because you have a special character, even if it's in the middle of text. But if we go to the second part of this rule, except underscores, that means that we can do something like variable 1 is equal to 15. And this will work because this special character is an underscore, and underscores are allowed.